Buongiorno. Well, seeing as how I have to stay here and wait, today is probably a good day to start doing the series of vlogs that I talked to Tashi about. A lot of people ask about moving to a different country and how to start the process. So I'm going to do a series of walkthrough steps. But the first thing is to consider where you want to go. And there's a lot to consider. Is that one, you need to look to see if you need a visa just to even get there. There are a lot of countries that if you have a United States passport, you can just go and be there for, I think, usually it's like 90 days. So in that 90 days, you can start the paperwork. Depending on where it is, some places you can start the paperwork to become a resident. During that 90 days, some places will tell you, oh, after the 90 days, you need to leave, go to the next door country, stay for a little bit, then come back. You need to check into that. Then you need to compare finances. See what the strength of the dollar is. Here, I would say they see it's like 85 cents to a euro. If the exchange rate is good, some days it's 81 cents. Usually it's between 81 and 85 cents. So it's not strong here. But like I have a friend that's in Thailand that the dollar is a ton of money there. So that's one thing you want to look for. Then two, you need to see if you have kids, what can they do, how you get them in school. Do you want to homeschool them for a while? There's a lot of homeschools that will let you be in another country and you can homeschool. For this year, for the oldest, I'm using Power Homeschool because the way the Italian system is set up, it will be better for him to enter as an 8th grader than it would have been for him to enter as a 7th grader. So we're going to take this year, get him fluent in Italian, which he's doing pretty good at, thanks to the allies who helped get the Rosetta Stone. So after you've looked at the money, after you've looked at family things, then you're going to want to look at employment. Is it a place that you can work remotely from the U.S.? Like, I do a lot of medical billing, but thanks to Jenna, I also do a lot of tutoring for English and Spanish. Language is, you can charge people ridiculous amounts if you can find people who need to learn the language that you can teach. English is really popular here because unlike back home, people here want their kids to speak like 3-4 languages. In the area, like, okay, this is Italy. Spain is not too far, so a lot of kids, they speak English and Spanish, and plus they're really close. But a lot of kids also do French. A lot of kids also do English, but not American English. They do British English. Like, I've even started picking up that because it makes more sense here than American English. So then that's something else you want to look at. Then there's some companies that like are international. Amazon is here, and they actually are just made some type of deal to open up like a big thing here in Rome. So that type of thing. So that's the other thing that you need to look for. Then you need to check into accommodations, where you would like to go. Is there temporary housing? Are there places that you can do month-to-month rentals until you can find the place that you would like to go to permanently? And then you need to check to see, what do you need to rent. Some places will not rent to you if you don't have a permit to stay. Now, for here, just getting in the country, your passport's your permit to stay. And there are a lot of countries where if you have an American passport, that'll get you started. But after your 90 days, you need to check into what happens after that. And a new option that is becoming more popular is claiming political asylum, especially for Black people of color, because of everything that's going on in America. That is something a lot of people are doing. It's not refugee asylum. It is, I am in danger because of the political climate of my country, and this is what they're doing to people of my race. So that's another way to look at things. So that is the first step. Research. It can be fun. It can also be kind of tedious, but if you have an idea of where you want to go, it makes it a lot easier. So the next time I upload one of these, we'll be talking about the paperwork, because it's a headache, honestly, but if you kind of have an idea of what to expect, like I did, it makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, arrivederci.